Plancha, heater
plancha.
Plancha, yes, the plancha is in the corner there, the heater, right? But very, I mean, a lot of good memories here because these photos, we pulled together these photos today for this particular program. But this is Ramesh's mother, sister. And of course, this picture is in Venezuela, in the abattoir. Of course, I am in the middle in blue. And the guy second from the right is Abdullah in white. Right?
Yeah.
Abdullah is that person from Trinidad who always travel with me, who do a lot of the major work with regards to slaughtering the animals, and I am, of course, we work together, but he's more hardworking than I am.
Yes, he was.
Right, and here we have another venue where the meat is being distributed. And of course, what is most important in all these photos is that your Qurbani meat, it is reaching to the
poor people
who are poor and needy.
Yes.
Ramesh, of course, is in the picture here with me. And your friend, what's his name in blue?
Arnaldo Pereira.
Arnaldo, likewise, is in this photo. But here it is where the persons are gathering and so on. Ramesh, your son is in the photo. Go back to the photo studio. Your son is in the photo, that's right?
Ah, yes.
Yes, his son.
Rakesh.
Look at this little boy in the front of the screen, looking just like Ramesh.
Black jersey.
Yes, that is Ramesh's son. Of course, he's also Venezuelan.
The same face. Huh?
Of course, they look
Indian.
They look like Trinidadian, but of course they are born in Venezuela. His son is now learning English and so on. But of course, Ramesh and him, you can see the sharp resemblance.
Yeah.
Sharp resemblance there. Of course, we are gathering before the meat distribution starts, inshallah. So of course, I'm here in my IBN jersey, and my Ramesh is there with me. Of course, these are very important. The background shows is impoverished areas that we go to, and we create a system to share the meat and so on. Ramesh, could you just tell us about the system? Because I know that your wife and others in Venezuela, of course, they have systems where they go to houses. I see numbers on people's hands. But I see here people just come out and they line up. Help us to understand the numbers on the hand. So persons have numbers on their hands and so on. So 45 at one house, 46 is a different house, and people
yes.
come.
Yes, because I have people that then can come because they're sick at home.
Right.
And then, wheelchair and old people. And I put that 45, we put number we recognize because it was too much people,
Yes.
And that is for have a control, for keep the bag from them, and we carry at home to them.
Agreed.
Because they receive. Imam, it's very important to all the community Islam know that it's a nice work, social work. Because I feel glad, and my wife and everybody, that when you can help people, you see the faith that people have when they receive that meat. Wow, I feel so glad to help too much people. If I think that I can, I think and I ask Allah to help everybody, I do it.
But you see, Trinidadian, we here in Trinidad is also very happy to know that our Qurbani, our meat, it is reaching to those persons who are in need of it. And again, I'm saying to you that I know you are sitting here in Trinidad and Tobago here, getting a chance to directly speak with all the people in Trinidad and Tobago, and there are hundreds of people who would have given their monies through the IBN studio here for us to carry to Venezuela and buy these animals and slaughter these animals, and a lot of work. But of course, we have no problem with the work because, as you rightfully said, when you see the smile on people's face when they are so happy, how difficult is it now to get meat in Venezuela?
Yes, man.
For the poor people.
Yes, it's not only for the poor people. It's for rich people. And
no, I'm
everybody.
asking how difficult is it for the poor people to get meat?
Wow.
Impossible.
Impossible. Huh? Remember when you come, I told you to go to the supermarket and check. You see that it's impossible, And when you give that the people feel happy because that bring protein and bring too much thing for the people need, because remember then they're eating sound food, but they need the meat.
I would like to hear you talk to some of these people who speak Spanish in Trinidad. What do you like to say in Spanish, and then I will translate after? You get a chance to speak to the Spanish-speaking people who are in Trinidad, who are looking on, and you are from Venezuela, of course, and you are here There are Venezuelan persons who speak Spanish and English. There are some of them who speak Spanish alone. Some of them looking on the program now because we mentioned to some of them that we are. What would you like to say to the Spanish-speaking people in Trinidad who are looking at this program? We know that this program, of course, would be available maybe on CD to persons in Venezuela. What would you like to say to the Spanish-speaking people who are looking at the program in Spanish?
Bueno, a mis compatriotas venezolanos que se encuentran aquí en Trinidad, bueno, deseándole lo mejor y que, bueno, esos convenios que está haciendo nuestro gobierno, el gobierno venezolano con Trinidad, en convenio energético, todo en completamente unión, bueno, todo está marchando bien, se ha hecho muchos convenios con Trinidad de Orgas, ahorita es el gobernador de Sucre también unos convenios con los pescadores, y bueno, ya pronto Venezuela seguirá como antes, triunfando.
So I'm fast learning Spanish. I hear pescado, I hear fish, I hear sucre, I hear
yes,
a few.
yes, Iman, because something what I get to give thanks in the name of the government, because I belong to Venezuela, is all the agreement what Trinidad and Tobago doing with the Venezuela government, you know?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Gas, fishing, mini agreement in
Right.
Venezuela. That is important because Venezuela and Trinidad working together.
Yes.
And that is that Venezuela growing, going to still growing.
Well, you know, Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela, we are very close in terms of how far we are from each other. We are very close. And of course, this particular government seems to have gone into some agreements with Venezuela since they're in office. Very early, we had food and so on, companies in Trinidad and Tobago selling food to Venezuela and so on. And of course, we have gas agreements and a number of agreements that are stacked up now. And I too would like to maybe find some way that more people in Trinidad and Venezuela can benefit from these agreements. And of course, I will try my best to work closely with you to get in contact with some of the major players in the Venezuelan embassy, the Trinidad embassy, all the major stakeholders. How do we ship goods from Venezuela to Trinidad, Trinidad to Venezuela, whether it be medical supplies, whether it be food, whatever it turns out to be. Of course, I know that you have already given a commitment to work with Trinidad and Tobago, the land of your parents, to work with us closely to create some kind of movement of goods and employment and trade and business, right? But going forward, inshallah, you know, you are here in studio with us. I don't know if maybe at some point in time, maybe next 10 minutes or so, we may want to open the phone lines. Maybe somebody may want to call in and say hello to you. I don't know how it will work. Right? So studio, maybe in 10 minutes time or so, we can probably open the phone lines and see if we can entertain some kind of call. I don't know if the Prime Minister will call you. Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister might call you and say,
Ramesh, yeah.
I don't know if all these Passad in Trinidad, if Kamala Passad, Mr. Sir, is the family.
Yes, I have too much people here in Passad, you know.
It have plenty Passad in Trinidad.
Yes, plenty Passad.
But
maybe they have one family.
Maybe.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe all these rich Passad in Trinidad is his family, but he don't know. Right? All the Passad.
All my family is here. Only.
Yes,
all.
All his family is here because his mother and father and so on, they are from here. But he don't know that maybe the past Prime Minister is their family. Maybe the Passad supermarket is their family. Maybe. Maybe all these big Passad in Trinidad.
Yeah, big Passad.
Anyway, so inshallah, today we show some more photos, inshallah. Let us see if we can just again reminisce, inshallah, maybe some of the experiences in Venezuela. Of course, here it is some individuals in Venezuela are actually collecting meat and so on, and they are displaying the meat that they would have collected and so on, inshallah. These two photos, I think, it's only two we have in this particular area. Right, so we move on, inshallah. Right, of course, we could pause on this picture for a little bit. This is the same day of Eid. Right, the same day of Eid.
Yeah.
And we are there, Palacio de Justicia. Correct?
Yes. Correcto.
Say it for me.
Palacio de Justicia.
Palacio de Justicia. Yes, of course. This is where the Trinidadians had their case on that particular day of Eid. Yeah, the 5 Venezuelans and so on. Of course, they subsequently came out, and I did in fact say to the public that when I go to Venezuela, I am going to the court, and this is me in front of the court there, of course, and Ramesh, of course, is also an attorney at law. Yeah, so that is his other cap. He's an attorney at law, and he took me to that place in Caracas. It wasn't far from the masjid. And of course, we went with the intention of trying to get some more information with regards to the case and how soon it can come out and so on. And Ramesh would have also taken me to very high government officials to speak about these 5 nationals who were detained in Venezuela. Of course, Ramesh, I don't know if you want to make any comment on that particular experience.
Yes. That was a nice experience too, because you tell me about that, and I went to the Sevin to visit the training guy there inside. And what I say, ever you doing social work, ever, because you tell me, and we go there to visit him to try to do something for them. And I appreciate all that what you doing in Venezuela for.
Well, we appreciate more than you would imagine, because just to get to speak to someone in the Venezuelan government with regards to these 5 nationals, because when we spoke to the government, people who you introduced me to, they were not aware of the 5 nationals in there. So we had to show them pictures. We had to show them pictures with our Prime Minister speaking to your President Maduro, showing where he spoke about certain things. And then we eventually found the very same news clipping with the President Maduro visiting Trinidad. We found it in Spanish, because Venezuela also aired the very same thing. So we found both. But alhamdulillah, I want to again say thank you. I know the Trinidad nationals who are free today. They too are very, very happy. I don't know if you will meet them, because your time here is very limited. But you did play a very integral role in visiting, talking, and so on. And of course, whatever happened, of course, they are out today. You're not alone. There are many Trinidadians who would have marched in front of the Venezuelan embassy. We did a lot of work, because our nationals locked up in Venezuela. It was very concerning to us. We were very concerned. But again, I want to thank you on behalf of these 5 nationals. I don't know if maybe before you leave, maybe you can at least see one of them or say hello to one of them, or maybe they may call in, I don't know. But thank you again on behalf of these family, inshallah.
Imam, but what I remember now is that when you tell me to go there, and you gave me some food, because I remember that you gave me a bag for me carry there, and I go, because for go where then was in that jail is hard, and so far where I was living, and you tell me I reach there, and when I reach there and I meet with Jamal, and I speak with him, and he explained to me all. Wow, I feel very glad to try and to do something for them, because then alone in Venezuela.
Well, I don't want to talk about your business on the television, but you're also here in Trinidad and Tobago right now, because other Trinidadians are having problems in Venezuela still, and as an attorney at law, he was invited to come to Trinidad again to meet with a particular family, to talk about, for them to hire him as a lawyer to look after the Trinidadian nationals who have been incarcerated in Venezuela. A different batch, a different reason, and so on. We don't have to talk about it.
Yes.
But you are here as an attorney at law, looking after the business of Trinidadians yet again. And may Almighty God bless you for taking that time to come to Trinidad, meet with the families, because of course the families are not too happy to come to Venezuela to meet with you. So you are here to meet with them, or to hire your services, of course, as an attorney at law. Again, I just want to skip past that by saying again, thank you first and foremost, again, for the effort you play. You have Trini blood.
Yeah.
all your blood have arepa, empanada.
Empanada,
cachapa, all kinds of things in your blood, but... Right, so today if you show any more of the photos, inshallah, we can build on it, and we open the phone lines in a short while, inshallah. Of course, this is Ramesh visiting Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, Ramesh is down the islands here by Gasperi Islands. He came to Trinidad.
Yes, very nice.
Yes,